Hello, this is Mike with Metal Detecting North Carolina, and I want to share with you some of my adventures of going up to the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, in the copper country, on the shark fin and the Keweenaw Peninsula. And my grandfather and great-grandfather worked the mines up there, and it's always fun to go back and relive those days where my grandfather used to take me and my brother to the poor rock piles to find copper. And I did find some pretty cool specimens, and I'll show you right here. Here's a typical piece of copper that you would see on the you would find on the road. Just a piece of float copper, and they typically don't weigh very much. So it's 2.8 grams. You can find larger chunks of copper. That was 12.4. I found a nice big piece. That was 95.5. But this one right here is the biggest chunk of solid copper. 197.4 grams in that piece of copper right there. Here's another piece of copper that was found in a poor rock pile. This one has the copper jutting out of the end. That's going to clean up nice when I get the muriatic acid to it. Here's a piece in quartz. It has some of the green oxide, and it's got the jagged copper coming off the end. Okay. Also on the poor rock pile, I found this monster. This thing weighs 11.5 pounds. This thing has got some copper in it. Just flip it over. You see the copper right there. There's copper all through this rock. It's heavy. It's very heavy. Here's another example of a chunk of copper from the one of the poor rock piles, and you can see the vein of copper running through it right here where my thumb is. Now what Lake Superior does is it takes jagged rocks like this and smooths them out into smooth rocks like this. And there's where something was. I'm thinking this might be a native fire starting stone. Well, they would hold it and the stick would go in there and they would rub the stick back and forth. This might be a piece of native because there's nothing else that has this kind of divot in it. I have rocks that have missing chunks of quartz, but they're all over the rock. They're not in just one spot. So this might be a native fire starting piece. I'm going to save that and have it checked out by a museum. Anyway, the lake will take rough, jagged rocks like this and smooth them out into this or this. And in this piece right here, you can see the copper vein going all the way through the middle. It's sandwiched in between all this rock, and the lake smoothed it all out from that jagged look that you saw before to a nice rounded look. This is the dry house of the part of the Baltic mine complex. Look at all the wildflowers growing. This area was a cleanup area for the Baltic mine. This is the poor rock that was rejected from the mining operation, but it still has copper in some of the areas. If you got a sharp eye to pick out that green patina, that looks similar to this.
Look it.
Found a piece?
Yep.
My sister just found a piece of float copper. Awesome.
Yeah, see?
Got your first piece. I'm gonna find a piece. Yeah, you gotta have a sharp eye to pick that out. You gotta look for that weird green patina.
Yeah, it's got that green patina and it's jagged.
And it's kind of jagged, yeah. At the base of that massive pile of rock, and this is processed to gravel for road beds. This pile here is a little bit more rough. It's getting ready to be crushed. And there's some of the operating equipment over there. There. But the stuff is everywhere. You just have to find that unique green color amongst all this rock. I'll be back if I find anything cool. Good day at the copper mine. Yep. I just found a nice chunk of copper. Yes, sir. Solid copper. If there's any more. That was it. I set off the detector pretty good. Look at that. Yes, sir. Just found a good, promising little area right here. Let's see what it is. I think it's in here. Yep, that jagged look to it. Yeah, that's a piece of float copper right there. Sure enough. Piece of copper in the pock. Stuff is everywhere. Called core rock, but all those little beeps you hear is little chunks of copper. Let's see what we got. A little bit of copper in that piece, but that wasn't the big piece that was signaling. I'll let you know when I find another good sized chunk. There's a 72 signal right around here. It is. Another chunk of copper. It's that rough edge with the green patina. This thing's got to weigh about half a pound. That's cool. We just got done looking over the pore rock piles here at the Baltic number 2 and just did a quick cursory check, but found some copper ore right here, and then found some actual copper. You can tell by the green patina here and the rough shape. There it is with the matrix of quartz. Nice chunks of copper here. That's cool. Neat little part of my vacation adventure. Process it later. This is Lake Superior. It's kind of windy today. Gonna be looking for some agates and some other stuff. I'll see you on the next target. see the copper right there. Turn it. There's some more copper right there. There's copper right in here. So that's a good find. I thought it was a hot rock, but it's got copper in it. Continuing the tour of the copper country. This is the Quincy mine shaft number 2. And I'll show you the piece of float copper, solid copper. It's just a big old slab of copper. There's another copper boulder. There's a lot of copper in there. Well, I'm back here at the poor rock pile, and this time I'm at the Quincy mine. And I just had another piece of chunk of float copper. Nice little specimen. I'll show you all the float copper that I had when this is all these signals. There's pieces of copper in this poor rock. So I'll just dig a piece real quick and show you guys. Matrix. There's some copper right here in this rock. Some are better than others, but every once in a while you come across a piece of iron too.